Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Logan, aka the Army Vet Trucker. If it's your first time here to the channel, I am an extra board line haul truck driver for a company called ABF Freight. Today we are here in Dallas, Texas at my home terminal, and we are about to be leaving, heading on a turn run. It's gonna be a pretty interesting run today. We're actually gonna be heading from Dallas down to Waco, then back up to Dallas, then over to Tyler, Texas, and then from Tyler we'll be back home. We'll be heading back home to Dallas, and that'll be the end of our day today. So pretty interesting little run here. Get a little bit of back and forth, but that's gonna be all right. Ought to be a pretty interesting day. See, this is what I was talking about in one of my previous videos, how this parking lot gets all packed up. If I had a van behind me today, then I'd be kind of having to go back in the yard and circling around that way. But with these doubles, they're pretty agile, so didn't have any issues here. I don't know if you guys notice here in the back, I actually found a solution to my back window curtain, I guess you'd call it. And for those of you guys that have been in the military before, you probably instantly recognize what that is. Me being in the National Guard, I am fortunate enough to still have some handy dandy military issue equipment. So I got my trusty whoopee here, is what we call it. It's technically a poncho liner. You're supposed to put it on the inside of a poncho to keep you warm, but you know, we never use it. We just use it as our little blankie in the military. You know, we gotta have our blankie. But anyways, guys, we're here in a Freightliner today, 2022, I believe. Pretty nice truck. Got our power locks. Pretty much everything that you'd expect out of a truck. No frills. We're gonna get out here, hang a left on Irving Boulevard. Gonna go down here to Loop 12, get on Loop 12 South. Take Loop 12 South down to 20, and then we're gonna do 20 East over to 35 South, and then head down to Waco that way. Other way we could have gone, we could have went through downtown Dallas, but it's 5:44 p.m. here right now, so downtown Dallas is kind of a no-go. But we actually got called at the noon call block, 12 p.m. and our show time was 4 p.m. So I know it's a little bit of interesting information for you guys that aren't familiar with how it works here, but had a nice little afternoon to get ready to come to work, and gonna be a kind of a late night. It'll be one of the first videos where we are out after dark, and I think that'll be pretty interesting. And one thing I wanted to talk about here real quick before we get on the road is how the reporting works with ABF, and how, you know, it works whenever we're leaving to go out, or when we get called, what we have to do before we leave, or right after we leave. And I know some companies will have shoot, these guys are running. Let's see if I can get over. Some companies will have gate times and show times and pull times, and be calling you, wondering where the hell you are, and stuff like that. But with ABF, you get called and you got 2 hours, and that the time between your call time and the next time is what we call a show time, and that's the time that you report in and punch the clock. Beyond that, that's pretty much it. If you're not there by the time your show time rolls around, you expect a phone call. But as far as after you punch the clock and you're there, you're kind of on your own time a little bit. Obviously, if you're doing a meet and turn or something, you're going to want to have some motivation in your movement. You're not going to want to lollygag all day long, but you know, some guys spend a lot of time there getting their CBs all set up and whatnot. You know, I usually try to be there less than 30 minutes, but I've never gotten a call in the parking lot wondering why I haven't left the terminal yet or anything like that. So just for your guys' awareness, other terminals might be a little bit different than the way it works here in Dallas, but that's just been my experience since I've been here, and I never really have had to worry about, you know, meeting timelines or anything like that. Same goes for after we leave and we're on the road, as far as like taking a specific route or anything like that. They're not going to be calling you. You know, the only time I've ever gotten a phone call is a dispatch at my arriving terminal. If I have a time critical load that they want there, you know, at a certain time, they might call me and give me a heads up saying that, hey, you know, blah 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 highway is backed up and we'd suggest you detour this way to avoid that so you can get in here sooner. And that's the only thing that's ever happened to me as far as that goes. But anyways, with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna get out on the highway here, get driving down towards Waco, and I'll catch back in with y'all here in a little bit. Alrighty, y'all, just like that, here we are in old Waco, Texas, here at the terminal. We already pulled in and got our book stamped here, and they actually already got us all strung up, which is the typical experience. That's how it's usually supposed to go whenever we come in here. They're just closing up shop for the day, so they have plenty of time to get us all strung up. So I'm about to hop out here, get this set dropped. I'm not sure if it'll sit overnight or if they'll actually get to it today. Alrighty. One thing about these Freightliners, they sure do like to beep. Alrighty. Yeah, these Freightliners, if you are ever moving around and you release the tractor brake, and your door's not shut all the way, the dang thing will start beeping like it's got a car alarm going off. So another fun thing about these, I'm actually going to stop right here real quick just to give the windshield a good rinse off. These Freightliners also have rain sensing wipers, so fun little thing. Let's see if I can't find the end of this thing here. There it is. That gets the bugs off a little bit. Set that there first so it's easy for the next person to find it. Alrighty. There we go. Drive. This is our set right here. This one's going back into Dallas. So we'll get back up towards Dallas and then drop this set, and the hostlers will take over this set once we get into the yard in Dallas, and they'll get us swapped out for the set that's heading towards Tyler. Back facing towards the gate here. angle us a little bit so we're able to face out towards the gate. Do my test tug. Oh yeah. Ooh. Got some weight on this guy. There we go. All right, that's that. All right, let's give her some air. Lights on, 4 ways. Clearance light. Sorry about the sun there, guys. I bet it's blinding y'all. Mud flap, marker, brake light, turn signals. Good to go. Clearance light. Don't hear any leaks. Mud flap. Let's get under here and check our... All right, good to go. License plate needs to be replaced. Good to go. Hard to see when the sun's shining on them like that. Brake lights, turn signals. No leaks. Brake light, turn signals. Locked. All our clearance lights, side marker. All right, good to go here, locked up. Check there, go. Go. Cool. Tractor should still be all good. Oof. Alrighty guys, well, that's pretty much all there is to that. So I'm gonna head back inside to the dispatch office, punch my book again, document my pre-trip, and then we'll be heading back up to Dallas. I'll catch up with y'all here in a little bit. Alrighty guys, just like that, we're all changed out. Didn't really record too much of anything back there in the yard because there's really not too much to record. Here in Dallas, when we via back through the terminal here, they do all the work for us, so there's really not much for us to do. So we are all changed out, already all departed, already punched out in the office and everything, and we are about to get out on the road to Tyler. And once we're all done there, Well, we'll get there and we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure they'll have everything all strung up kind of the same as they did in Waco. And all we'll have to do is just drop this set there and then hook to their outbound set and bring it on back into Dallas, and that'll be our day complete. So I'm gonna quit rambling here, get out on the highway heading towards Tyler, and I'll chime back up with y'all in a minute. Alrighty guys, just like that, here we are in Tyler, Texas. Went ahead and went into the office there and got all checked in and punched the clock and everything. And I'm just gonna come into the yard here and bear with the beeping here, sorry. See what we got. So I've already got a gear on this, so that probably tells me that we're pre-strung. 684, no, that's not me. 054. So 576, yep, and 054, yep. Okay, so that's my set I'm taking out right there. It's a set of empties. So let's see if I can't find a good spot to drop this inbound. I'll probably just, whenever they're facing in like that, this is the way we come into the terminal, and whenever they're facing in like that, that means they're inbound, and whenever they're facing out like that, means they're outbound. That's an easy way to tell. But I'll probably just go drop it over there by that other one. See if I can't fish hook it a little bit here so I'm not hanging out in the road blocking the way for them in the morning. I don't want to get them too close because I don't want to be that guy that gets so close to the point to where they can't raise the gear or anything. Man, somebody tore that trailer up. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Thing, axles are ripped out from under it. But anyways, go ahead and get this set dropped here. There should be enough space there for somebody to get by if they need to. Let's get some light here. Hopefully you guys can see that. One of the things that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to these Freightliners is they're not very sensitive, I guess. Is that a word? What's a good word for it? I don't think sensitive. The throttle is sensitive, and in a way that's weird. The Macs just seem like they work a lot better for this slow yard movement whenever you're just creeping, unhooking, and hooking trailers. Like here, when I'm hooking to this guy right here, it's hard to get a good soft hook. You know, with the Macs, I can do it pretty well. But with these Freightliners, more times than not, I get a pretty hard hook. But maybe that's just needs some practice. Practice makes perfect, right? Just like practicing getting a straight back. I'm just testing out the steering, you know? Gotta make sure it goes both ways all the way, right? Let's see if I can get a good hook on this. That wasn't too bad. Test tug here. Good to go. Yeah, like I was saying, these Freightliners have good things and bad things about them. I like the seats on them a lot better, and I like the steering on them a lot better. But the throttle on them, it's weird. It's like sensitive sometimes, and then other times it's not. Like whenever you're pulling out from a stop sign or something, the electronic throttle on it just doesn't seem to want to do what you're telling it to sometimes. Right here and take a look at our jaws. Looks good. Got our lines attached. And let's feed it some air. Sounds like we're leaking already. It's gonna be back there in the back. I guess I'll go take care of that before I do anything else. It's leaking pretty good. I'm gonna go kill the supply here and come back and try to reseat that. Maybe it's as simple as, you know, they had the red one on the blue one and the blue one on the red one, so maybe it's just as simple as, you know, color coding. Now if we put this one on this guy and it still leaks, then yeah, it feels like it's going to. It's real loose. Sometimes it's this guy right here. You give it a good whack and it'll, see, it looks like it needs to kind of close the gap a little bit. Well, let's see if it still leaks and we'll go from there. Guess it was just that simple. Sometimes it's pretty easy. All right, let's go back over here and pick up where we left off. I think I was up here. Guess that's all right. gonna raise this gear up just a hair. Alrighty. Under here and look at our jaws. Looks good. All of our lights are working. Go ahead and stow this guy. Little custom bracket there. Got all of our lights. Hood flap. Brake lights. Turn signals. So I got empties, so I'm gonna have to come back here and unlock it. One of the things that they have us do whenever we're hauling empties is pop in there and double check that you do in fact have an empty. Those tires, seen some better days. Looks good. Yeah, we'll have to unlock this one too. Looks good. Alrighty. I don't know why this dome light, some of these trucks, the dome lights, like the door was open, so the dome light should have stayed on, but whatever. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna hop out here and double check and make sure we're empty here, and then go back in, punch the clock, and then we'll be hitting the road back towards Dallas. So I'll catch back up with y'all here in a little bit. Alrighty, ladies and gents, here we are back at the terminal in Dallas. Made it back in one piece, as far as I know anyway. About to get out here and do a walk around, do a post trip, break down all my stuff, and head on in. Gonna wrap the video up here. Pretty eventful. Pretty nice that I didn't have to string any trailers. Everything was already all set up for me, but with that all being said, guys, I appreciate you guys watching and following along for the journey. If you like the content, then feel free to drop a like, and if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions or concerns or feedback you'd like to offer up, more than welcome to drop a comment below. And if you'd like to ask a question on a more one-on-one basis, feel free to send me an email, which is listed in the description below. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.